Hey everybody, this is Bryant Enge with the People's Remix. I am sitting here with the beautiful, fabulous DeShawn Jenkins. He's decided to join us for our Blackout event on August 14th. And he is an amazing performing artist, and we're just super excited and grateful to have him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm very grateful too. I'm like very, very excited to talk to you.
Yes. I think Corey was the one that found you and then introduced us. We got to have him. And I was like, well, if you say so. And then I'm looking, I'm like, oh, we definitely have to. And so now we're here. And yeah, so now we're just going to kind of move forward. Right now, we're conducting interviews with our artists.
Mm-hmm.
We want to get to know them because a part of what we're doing with the People's Remix is really getting to know the person behind the performer. I feel like there's so much performance in what we're doing in everyday lives. We're all walking around here. It's a stage now.
Mm-hmm.
And who better to learn from than people that are literally taking center stage, right?
Yeah.
So we have lots of questions for you, and we really want to get into the person and the soul behind the performing artist.
Wow. Well, let's dive in.
All right. So I know we already talked a little bit earlier, and that was a little bit off camera, but we'll start with a little bit about your music background and how you became an artist.
Yeah, sure. So I come from a musical family. Born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. I left home at 17, and then I started bouncing around. I went to first Chicago. I was at Columbia College, Chicago for musical theater. Left that, bounced around a little bit more. Then I ended up at Berkeley, College of Music in Boston. But music has just always been a part of my life. I've always wanted to be an artist. Different than being like, I just want to sing my song. Like for me, it was just like the whole artist package, like all of it, writing my own music, producing it, theatrics, the whole nine. And so I guess I started to take it a little bit more seriously back in like 2007. And I used to go by a different name. I went by Dodge, which is my initials, DeShawn Jenkins.
Okay.
Which was a whole persona of
That's a character that we might get in the...
No, we will never. Because,
Ooh.
no. I had to like shut that part of me down because Dodge was what I needed to do to make it, right? I had to be this masculine idea is what I was told. I lost a record deal at one point because they said I was too feminine. And so it became this thing where it was like, you've got to be this thing. And so I tried and I failed. And it was not until I decided that I was going to come back to music after an 8-year hiatus as just my name and being myself, being who I am in all of whatever it is, that things started to shift. I ended up writing and being a performer on Duran Bernard's EP and Route, who's my godbrother.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we were like, oh, he does collaborations with Duran. So we're like, okay, this is definitely a legitimate...
Duran and I grew up together. Like, that's like literally my godbrother.
What a character.
Yeah. And I didn't tell anybody that for a long time. It was very funny being in rooms where people would talk about him. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, have you heard of him? I'm like, yeah.
You know him.
But I didn't need to talk about that. Like, it's not unnecessary. You know what I mean? It's not going to do me any favors, but have people in my face for no reason.
Sure, because it will end up sucking up all the air and taking all of the...
Right.
Yeah.
Or you just have to be careful because people will befriend you by way of like connection. And I'm like, I don't need that. And plus, I wanted to protect like him. It wasn't until he started to talk about me publicly and like how we grew up and like our, influencing each other in different ways that I was like, oh, wow. And then he asked me to be on his project and I got nominated for a Grammy. So then I was like, how bizarre. And so
incredible.
And so here we are and still making music and just, that's a much longer story for a longer day. So I'm trying to give you the short version, but this is the clip.
Yeah, well, I'm going to pick up a little bit more because I know you were talking about a character that you left in the past, but there's another character that it sounds like we're going to have at the Blackout, and her name is, wait, hold on. We got DeShawn, we got Jazz, what was it?
Jazz Jones.
Jazz Jones. I didn't want to, okay.
Yeah.
And so tell me about Jazz Jones and what she's like.
Yeah, so crazy. I should have started drag a long time ago. I really should have. It has anchored me in a very different kind of way that I just would have never expected. So another long journey with drag that I wanted to do, was scared and for many different reasons. And when I was in New York, I met a queen named Islaya. And shout out to Islaya, just love her. And she took me on, like I asked her to be my drag mom and she was like, yeah, but she never put me in drag. she took me through drag, like behind the scenes, like in the club, downstairs, counting money. She's walking me around, showing me the club, the life. And I was just like, this is intense for me. And also at the time, I felt like it was something I wanted to do for fun, whereas this was like a true hustle job, life depend on situation. And it wasn't like gelling, but I still loved the art of drag. So I thought, all right, well, maybe I can just put elements of drag into what I'm doing now as myself, because
I love that.
I'm both. Like, I'm
exactly
very non-binary. So,
and you're talking you as DeShawn at this point. Okay.
Yeah. And so I started writing a play that eventually was going to be a short film, and Jazz Jones was a character in it. And it's very funny because I've been building this persona for so long, not realizing that she was coming forth out of me in that way, because I went through many different names for drag: Viola Azabois, Chatoyancy. Like, I had all these other things. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had all these other things. And then I got to Portland. I started going to Darcel's, and they were very welcoming and encouraging me to try drag. And I thought about it. And then one day I was in the mirror and I was like just playing, and I went, Jazz. And I was like, oh, wait a minute.
It's you.
She's been here all along. You actually have a backstory on this character. You know, like, her whole thing. Like, you've kind of played and embodied her in different ways. And then as soon as I like was official, like, it's Jazz Jones, everything just went like immediately. And funny enough, Jazz, the name actually came from the initials of my baby sisters, and Jones is my biological father's last name. And so the first time I actually put the makeup on and face and I saw Jazz, I was like, this is literally the essence of who you are in your feminine form, directly from like your bloodline. Like, this
and that's
is real.
who I met.
Yeah,
we met at that first place. So when I said, I don't know if we've met,
because
DeShawn is this person,
is me. Yeah,
but I met Jazz.
Yeah.
So it's incredible.
It's been interesting playing. I can't say playing. It's been interesting embodying Jazz, because it is definitely giving me a very different sense of self that I just did not expect. So yeah, another long story, but
yeah, no, we can definitely pick all these apart. But you're right, time is of the essence.
Yes.
So I have one final question, unless Corey has some more. But this is going to be a People's Remix related question, and maybe you've thought about this before, but a lot about this different characters and embodying different characters, I think speaks a lot to mixed people in the sense of, like, we're not talking about genders, we're also talking about race play or what people expect you to act like based off of who you're around, and like, especially when you get around family, and if you're around one side of family and the other and whatnot. So my question is, your ability to change characters unapologetically, how does that make you perceive mixed people that might have to act a certain race, like say that they're half black and half white? They go and act white around there, and then they act black around the other. And what does that translate for you in the sense of, like, well, I'm doing that with these different characters. Does it make you see that thing about people, that the idea of code switching, especially when it relates to race? How does that make you feel, and what would you say in that sense?
I think it is unfair to ask someone to be something different depending on who they're around. It's not fair. Like, whether it's gender, whether it's race, the duality lives within you. And also, you just are who you are. You know what I mean? So whether you're around your white side of your family, your black side of your family, or your Hispanic side, or whatever your mixture is, or even in your genders, you just need to exist is who you are. Whatever you're drawn to, just be that.
Absolutely.
To have to think about that all the time is exhausting. It's unfair. I personally think, and I think,
and you know that because you've done Dodge before.
You have
to let Dodge die.
Not for real.
And it's like there's parts of me where, like, I acted a different person because of the environment that pressured me to be that person. I love the idea that you, DeShawn, are starting to take pieces of Dodge. You're taking pieces of Jazz, but ultimately it's DeShawn. That's the name that you've had the whole time, and I have these different things, and I'm loving the connection that gender and this multiracial thing has in common. They're so related in terms of how to empathize with one another.
So, and I don't think we're having the right conversations around any of that, to be quite honest. Like, there needs to be more nuance and also grace and understanding about people's backgrounds and cultures and how they become who they are, rather than everything be so like, oh, you have to be this because of X, Y, and Z, and you have to be this. And it's like, well, what if I didn't grow up that way? What if I wasn't allowed to do this, and that? So I don't have a connection to this, and that. So this is just who I am. Yeah. No one should have to explain who they are.
I think you and I have both had the luxury of moving around the United States. You said 7 states?
Yeah, Oregon is my 7th state.
I'm a West Coast, so I've done Washington, Oregon, California. I've done a little Atlanta, and I'm planting seeds there. But even this West Coast experience, I had the privilege of seeing how different I could be in these different environments. Had I stayed in Portland, it would have been a completely different person, right? And then, a lot of people are saying we're a product of our environment, but it's also our decisions. And so it's just so beautiful that we get to see somebody that has the lived experience. A lot of people are afraid to embody these different things that they are. And I just feel like someone like you and someone hopefully that I can also aspire to be can be somebody that's an example. Like I can try out and do other things.
I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I just turned 43 and I started drag finally like a couple months ago. Like who would have thought, you know what I mean? And it's funny for me to come full circle, only for me to just come back to exactly who I am. There are people who I grew up with who have now seen me do drag, and they're hitting me up like, oh my God, this is exactly who you've always been. Like since I was this little, like there's nothing about me that is different. I thought it was because of like, my life's journey, but I'm just me. You know what I mean? Like,
you have the power of you found the groundedness in it too, because a lot of people can get lost in the character. I know that I've got lost in my many characters myself. And so even in this conversation, I want to go up, but your groundedness is like, period.
Yeah.
That means we can stay in this.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, there's moments where I'm just like, I just want to, like, that's still there.
Yeah, that's part of the fun. And what can we expect from you, from your talents, and what you expect to bring to the BLKOUT event this next weekend?
Yeah, so this is a first because I'm actually going to be performing as Jazz in one number. Then I'm going to go away, de-drag, and then perform as myself, DeShawn, for another. And I haven't done this before. So this will be fun to experience. I also...
The duality.
Yeah, the duality. Yeah, I'm very, very interested as to... Because my coming out of jazz drag decompression is very different at home. So this will be... I'm excited for this. But I'm going to do a number as Jazz that actually was suggested and remixed by CoreyAction, called Sophisticated Lady by Natalie Cole. And it's so fly. Like I'm like really having a blast learning it. And that song describes the character of Jazz to a T. It's kind of scary. Like, how did you find, like...
We were listening into the car the other day. I'm like, this girl is so cool. I don't listen to her that much, but every time I hear her, she seems to be the realest person.
Yes, it's so, like, everything, even the way she said, because the style of Jazz in my mind is very mod. It's a combination of mod in every generation, like the 90s version of mod versus the original version of mod.
Help me for someone that's not as artist. Mod.
Yeah, mod 60s. Okay. Like earrings, the solid colors, the very beatnik poetry, like all of that kind of vibe, stacked shoes. So when she even describes Jazz in this song, I was like, this is insane. Like, but also I'm here for it. And then I will perform later a song from my self-titled album called Blame It on the Full Moon. And so I'm going to sing that song.
I had me a little full moon experience last week, and I was having a moment.
Oh, yeah.
It was a full moon in Aquarius, and that's my son. So I was like,
oh, you were having it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that song should hit me.
Well, I mean, it might or it might not. It's like a silly song. Like, it's silly in the sense that basically anything you feel about me, blame it on the full moon, girl. I'm living my life. Like I have no time. That's basically what the song is about.
Oh, I get it. Just throw all accountability, give it to the full moon.
Yeah. The hook is literally, if you see me in the club looking all cute, dancing around with a little attitude, got a little 1-2 in my cute boots, blame it on the full moon. Like that's like the beginning of it. If you see me, if you see me with a little drink in my hand, got a little fan.
Okay, don't give it.
Oh, I don't care. The song is out. It's out everywhere. It's out. So
okay, that's a good point. point.
But yeah, like,
Where can we find this song?
yeah, the song, it's on Spotify. Everywhere music is streamed, all of my music is there. Under DeShawn Jenkins. I even re-released a collection of songs called The Vault from 2007, 2017. Those were collections of songs that I had put out as Daj.
Okay.
So I plucked like just songs from various projects and was like, okay, we're gonna reclaim this under DeShawn Jenkins.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a bunch of songs out. I'm actually working on my new album now that'll be out in 2027. But yeah, Blame It on the Full Moon is on my self-titled album, DeShawn Jenkins. You can find that on all streaming platforms.
Lovely. Thank you so much, DeShawn, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Look forward to seeing you in both of your amazing characters.
I'm excited. This will be fun. Yeah, sorry for being so long-winded. Just lots to talk about in the life journey.
It could have been a lot longer. Me and it's like we did fabulous. Thank you all so much.
Blame it on the full moon. If you see me in the club looking all cute, dancing around with a little attitude, got a little 1-2 in my cute boots. Blame it on the full moon. If you see